How you doing, Rope Pre-Bus? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, September 30th, 11:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pat yourself on the back. You made it through September. I think we're down about 37% since the beginning of September. Got some things to go over with today. So, yesterday we pointed out we were in a bullish divergence on the 12-hour RSI, and we broke that. Let me just go ahead and pull that up. So, yeah. We were looking at this line here and we broke it. So that's quite bearish on the 12-hour. And because it's on the 12-hour, it holds more significance than like a 4-hour chart. We broke out of the yellow box, the trading range we went to. We went all the way down to 1240, but I think on defined.fi, we went down to like $12.06 or something like that. I think I posted it on my Twitter account somewhere. So, yeah, yesterday I said if we break out of the yellow box, we probably go around the mid $12 range. So if you bought the dip, you'd be up right now. We're at on Uniswap somewhere around $13.21. Let me go do a quick refresh. Yeah, 1331. And on QuickSwap, Polygon Network, we are doing much better. I'm doing a refresh. And it is going to be, $14.45. So if you're looking to buy a big bag, it's really good to buy on Uniswap. It's more than $1 cheaper. I'm not sure what it is on PancakeSwap at the moment. But so I think it's just the whales playing, driving the price down, or they just want to get out. I saw one whale. He bought 6 times, about $22,000. He got 1,676 million token, I think. Somebody commented, someone means Tim. No, it's not me, guys. It's not me. I get paid tomorrow, and even that, the most I could probably buy is like $2,000. And for me to cash out some investments to buy million token, it'd have to drop a lot more, because my last big buy was basically where we're at now, like just below $14, and we're still there. I bought the dip probably back in September 22nd, like a week ago or so. And then so yeah, it's not me, but here's his address, $1,676, or her address, I don't know, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buys. He bought them all pretty much the same. The first 3 he bought at the same time, and then he waited about 30 minutes, and then he bought another 3 times for a total of 1,676. So congrats on whoever bought that. I think it'll be a good investment in the future. And I kind of just see people selling out. I see this person here. He sold his last million token. He bought million token here 3 times, and then he dumped it. So pump and dumper, they're always going to be around. It's just part of the game. And then this person, he was holding 1,000 million tokens since 87 days ago, quite a while ago. Kind of in and out in a little bit. He bought his last 1,000 50 days ago, and he's been holding it until 8 hours and 37 minutes ago. He dumped all of his million tokens. So to me, this is just the weak hands selling into the strong hands, So, and we got some big strong hands if somebody's buying up $22,000 worth of million token. So let's take a look at the million token chart. Even though I said we retest 13,000, probably go down to the mid $12. It happened in a way that I didn't expect it, because if you look at Bitcoin, my logic was if it came down to these levels here to retest the golden pocket, it was like a 10% drop. My logic was we would hit those levels down here in million token. But unfortunately, we hit those levels when Bitcoin really went up. So it's a divergence. Not really a good sign for a million token. Like why would we go down when Bitcoin's going up? And there is this people that have been around the space pretty much know that when Bitcoin starts ripping up, the altcoins really don't get their pump until people start taking profits off of Bitcoin and putting it into the altcoins that have performed not too good. They want to buy the dip, basically. So I still think there's some short-term pain for million token. Unfortunately, we've been going sideways, but this dump was unexpected when Bitcoin's going up. I figured we would hit these levels, but only when Bitcoin hit this golden pocket. So something else also I noticed today was, I posted this descending triangle, and if we break down, how it gets into this golden pocket here, the 0.618 and the 0.65 fib. I also noticed if you put this on the weekly chart for Bitcoin, that golden pocket is right at the bottom of that exponential ribbon, which is really important. If you zoom out on Bitcoin for the weekly, you want to stay above it for a bull run. And here's if we go down to the bottom of it, it's not the end of the world, but that golden pocket is like right at the bottom, near the bottom of this exponential ribbon. And considering that we had this giant pump of Bitcoin without even retesting the ribbon, it wouldn't surprise me that we went down there or even wicked down below and then went back up. I still think we're in the midway of the bull run, but I just thought it was interesting that golden pocket was also at the bottom of this exponential ribbon. And something also is pointing us in that direction. If you think we're going to go short-term bearish, is Chris from MM Crypto, he pointed like a possible head and shoulders. Like this is the left shoulder, the head, the shoulder. If you draw the neckline and you draw a pole and you have a breakout, it's going to come down to these same levels here. So you've got that indicator, you've got this indicator telling you that we're going down those levels. You've got the fib itself going down those levels, and you have the exponential ribbon, the low. They're all pointing toward the same thing. It's like a freaking bullseye. So even though we look like we're ready to break out of this descending triangle, I'm cautious. I'm still sticking with my plan. I've got a big stack of million token already. I will buy million token. Well, I said I'd buy some at $12, and we almost got there. And at 13, I'll get paid tomorrow. I'll just do no DCA. But if we break down and we get to that golden pocket and Bitcoin starts hitting those levels of 38,400 or 37,600, I'll be cash poor. I won't have any cash for investments, because I will be pretty much all in if we get to these low levels of Bitcoin, because that means I think Bitcoin, if it's going to bounce and continue the bull run, it's got to do it from these levels here. And if we bounce off this 0.68786 fib level at basically $34,380, then that's going to be a hard stomach. People will be like thinking it's going to roll over and stuff. We could bounce from there, but I really think we're going to bounce more at the $37,687 level, which was support back here in August 4th. So, yep. The RSI broke on the 12-hour, and we're rolling over on the MACD on the 12-hour. We didn't even get up to the midline here. We got to get above this and look bullish for me to get bullish. See how it looks on the 4-hour. Yeah, looks like we're trying to find support on this diagonal line. We only have 1, 2 touch points before. Now we've got a couple more touch points. But these diagonal trend lines, they tend to break down. I think we're far below the 4-hour moving average, which is bearish. We've got. I guess I could delete this line now. We dipped down on the 4-hour RSI at 27.86, which is somewhat of a bouncing point. We dipped down below it, but there's this one RSI here on August 8th. We went all the way down to 17.9. Yeah, we might be hitting those levels if Bitcoin starts dropping below 38,000. So we'll see. This is the last day of September. We'll just see how this weekend plays out, and hopefully things will start turning around on Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, the MACD 4-hour also looking like it's taking a nosedive. Unfortunately, it's the way it goes. Yep. Some Road Probobus says in the chat, good, thanks, man. Just working in the UK, 4:20 here currently. Yep. So good afternoon to you. Yeah. And Filthy Peasant Gaming says, found you live for the first time. Yep, this is definitely live. So yeah, the Polygon network's holding up really well. I just think it's the whales messing around on Uniswap, and it's just the strong hands gobbling up from the weak hands. Let me pull up my Twitter page, see if there's any other posts that I did today earlier. Yeah. I think the million tokens on a sale right now. We went down to $12.04 basically on define.fi. I think that was for the Uniswap chart. Seems to be no more accurate than Dex Tools. So Tech Dev, if you're not following him, he's posting a lot of bullish stuff for Bitcoin. He's thinking that it's probably going to go up. I see a lot of these patterns, repeating the fractals. So yeah, we can go up from here. Eventually we're going to go up. I mean, we have to, right? I mean, they're printing unlimited money all around the world, so all hard assets have to go up by definition. It's just where the most adoption is going to be. So, and let me go back. Yeah, here. This is the defined. Yeah, we went down to $12 and basically 4 cents, and then we shot back up. I think we went up to we're above $14 on the Polygon network, which is up 14% if you bought the dip. But it's hard to buy the dip. And we're Extreme Fear 20. Yeah, I was looking at this is the 12-hour RSI, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna break it. And no matter how you look at it, we broke it. We went bearish. Some other things. I know I've been chatting with Carl from Missile TV. We're going back and forth, just messaging ideas on Twitter. And if you caught his live stream yesterday, I think they're going to have like a grace period. So if you sold or transferred million token, you're not going to get penalized. You still have the time factor. So when they launch it, then that'll be a factor. You wouldn't want to sell or transfer your million token out of a certain wallet. Then I had some other ideas too, like right now you see all the polling results as you vote. So one idea the community might want to vote on would be, do you want to see the results as it's happening? Because like in the United States, you don't really know who the winner is until it's declared, or I guess they kind of reveal some of the poll results. But my thing is, if you have the poll results shown as the voting is happening, let's say it happens over 3 days or something, and you've got a party that seems like they're losing because they see the results as they're happening, they could muster a force. They can band together and say, look, we need everybody to vote. Otherwise, we're going to lose this voting. So there could be a last minute switcheroo, because now, if you're voting for, let's say, a president, and you find out that they're going to probably lose, well, then you're going to get off your butt, right, and go to the polls and start voting to hopefully get the person you want elected. So the same thing. I was thinking maybe we should not show the results until after the voting is done, because that would deter, you last minute, gatherings. And you could play like a lot of games. You could just tell everybody in your party, don't vote. We're just going to wait until the last minute. And then because everybody's going to think that we're going to lose. And then we all vote at once, and then we'll catch them by a surprise. So, that could be a dirty trick to play if you have the polls showing as you vote. And so I thought maybe it's a good idea not to show the polls until after the voting's done. That's just an idea I had. And then, at the end of the voting, if the website can show, what the final tally would be, so because right now it just shows who voted, but it doesn't really add up, all the yeses and all the nos, and then compares them. But yeah, I like how at least it shows your vote. You should be able to see your own vote and how much, weighted average your wallet carried for your vote. So I still like that, but seeing everybody's vote as before the voting's done might be an option we might not want. Or I could be wrong too. I think we should just put that to a vote. So yeah, I saw Tech Lead's new video yesterday, or early this morning, however you want to look at it. It was good. I liked it. He's kind of bringing everybody together, and yeah, there should be really no competition. If we have a decentralized currency, we really don't need a centralized official, million token Discord or official community or whatever. It's just, there could be like a hub or something, but it's all about sharing ideas. So I thought that came out really good. See if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. There was something on. I caught my eye too. Let me pull up QQQ. Yeah, I follow lots of charts. And the S&P 500 is not doing so great right now, right? So QQQ is, I'm pretty sure, the NASDAQ. And I drew this red line, I don't know how many months ago, probably when the NASDAQ was somewhere down here. And it was kind of like a warning, if we ever get up to here, maybe it's time to get out. And the reason why I say that is because, let me just blow this up here. I wonder if I could put that in auto. Okay. So the NASDAQ, this is the .com bubble, right? This is March of 1st of 2020, or 2000. So we had this channel here that they were trading in, and this is on the monthly, by the way. I guess I could put this on the weekly, so it's a little more clear. Okay, so we were trading in this channel here, right? And then we broke out, which was, this channel already was good growth, but we broke out on November 1st of 1999, and then we went up, right, like crazy. That's a .com bubble. But from where we broke out to the peak was a gain of 75%. Okay, so you had one trend and then another trend on top of it. So let's look where we are now. Okay, so here's the trend, right? We've been trading in this channel for a while, and then we've created a new trend. We're just going straight to the sky, basically, right? So from where we broke out of this trend here to the top, we're at 68.7%. We're basically in the .com as far as We broke out of the trend and we went up roughly 70%. So this this could be the top, I'm thinking. But, in 2000 we didn't have the money printing, did we? No, that came later after the housing bubble of 2008. It could be nothing. This could just be a whole new paradigm because, if the governments around the world are just printing money in America, in this case, assets are going to go up. So, but if we roll over and we go in a bear market for a year or whatever, or four, this could have been considered a warning sign, right? We went up 70% after a trend breakout. Let's put my SPY S&P 500. Because, if the market crashes, crypto is not going to keep going up. So, yeah. So the S&P 500 is already having trouble getting back in the trend here. So even with this trend line here from this bottom, we're below it. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Delete that alert. Yeah, I wish this would at least be as strong as the tech stocks. But tech's the way to go. You got Amazon and Netflix. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere. Probably even in a bear market, people are still going to want to watch their movies, especially when they're unemployed. Hey, Denny Wynn. How you doing, man? So, yeah, the markets, S&P 500 is looking a little weak. I think it still could be temporary. They usually start pumping it up right around the 18th or 19th. But they haven't. In fact, they were talking about tapering too. But I didn't think they were going to start doing that until like November. Or that could have also been the interest rates. They're pumping like billions of dollars in the market every day in bonds. And I just saw something about, I guess there's a sell-off in bonds right now, which could be a warning sign also. And bonds basically predict when a bear market's going to happen. So not looking so good. But right now, Bitcoin, at 43,000, that's I think pretty much the floor that Plan B, the guy who does the stock to flow model, he said would be. And I think last month for July, August, he said we would hit 46,000, and we hit that. But he predicts Bitcoin to be like at 60,000 in October. So, I don't mind waiting if that's going to happen. I think that's only going to happen though if the stock market starts, it needs to show some strength, right? And even right now on the weekly, it looks like Nasdaq's down. Oh, it's only 6%. I mean, we could go all the way down to these like lower exponential ribbons, just like Bitcoin, right? That could be a 14% drop. It seems like we kind of touched the top all the time. The only time we went down below it here was that COVID crash of March 2020. Seems like it was so long ago. But we've gone down to the bottoms before and still maintain an uptrend. Here also, that was December 2018. Yeah, that was like the bottom for crypto. That was a sucky Christmas for me, I tell you. But it turned out okay now. So yeah, we could go back down and retest these lower levels, and still be in a bull trend. But you got to really keep your eye on the markets and what the politicians are saying and what the whole world is doing, and the pandemic, and I don't know, crazy vaccines. The altcoin is showing. This is my altcoin cycle. I keep pulling up every so often. Now we still have some breathing room to go down and retest this trend line and bounce up. But as long as we're in this green box, as far as I could tell, we're still in a bull trend. Again, you got to keep an eye on the stock market, though, right? When I start seeing this bearish divergence right here, like if prices are going up for altcoins, but we start making lower highs on the RSI, that's gonna be the time to get out. Let's see now. We are on the weekly for this. Still kind of going sideways. If Bitcoin takes off and alts can dump, we can get support on the green line or get support on the red line. Eventually they're gonna turn around because people are gonna take their profits from Bitcoin and try to buy the dips in the altcoins, and they're gonna just spike. But the problem with that is the people that put a lot of money of their profits of Bitcoin into their alts, they're going to be the same people that sell their alts. But it's just a game for them. They just want to get in and out real quick. They want to get in, cause the pump, people FOMO, and then get out. That's why I'm pretty sure, back in the early 2018, Bitcoin had its last pump, mid December 2017, but the alts ran for like another 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and then that was it. Everything goes down in a bear market, and the alts will go down quite a bit. Somebody had posted, let's see now if I can pull it up, something about interesting graph, August 1st through 6th, August 2021. It looks the same as to what it happened right now, and he looked kind of worried in the emoji. So let's take a look. What happened in the first week of August? So I think it's right around here. Yeah. So here it is, August 1st. Looks like he's like kind of went sideways and then down. It may look like that. We're riding this and then going down. It could happen again, but you got to remember we had this giant parabolic move. We were bound to go down no matter what, I think. So we were down 80% there, but we're right now down 94%, and we went down at one time 95, 96%. Usually alts don't go down more than 96%. Excuse me, 96%. So even though the pattern looks the same, I don't see us going down much lower unless the stock market really rolls over, or if Bitcoin doesn't bounce at these lower levels here. I should look up the BLX. We had this long stretch and then we went up. Then we had this one bump and then we went up. We could come down and have like 2 bumps before we go up. Maybe it's just it's you never know with Bitcoin, and it's everything's connected. We still have supply chain shortages because of the COVID, and I don't even think the stock market has even took that into consideration. I mean, it's generally been going straight up since that COVID, but like trying to get a new car is hard to do because they're short on chips and used car prices are high. You've got groceries high. This whole supply shortage doesn't seem to really affect the stock market, even though it should have, because the money printing is they're just buying up, all the, the Federal Reserve is not even supposed to be buying bonds and stocks. They did a workaround where they gave the money to somebody else and they're buying it on behalf of the Fed or something like that. I can't believe that they even allowed that to happen. It is totally illegal. If you look at the intent of the law, it's illegal. So it's crazy. Yep. It should be interesting to see what Million Token's going to do. I think eventually the price from Uniswap will go up. Otherwise, people could, if they have enough on Polygon, they can sell and then buy it on Uniswap as arbitrage. But to go back and forth on the bridges, you got to pay the fees, and you got to pay the fees for Uniswap. So I think if the price stays pretty consistent at $14, on Polygon Network, and I'm not too sure what it is on PancakeSwap. Let me pull up defined. Okay, so PancakeSwap. Let's see, where is it? 1388. Thought it'd be higher. And then that's Uniswap 1312. And where is Polygon? I wonder if I type in million, if that narrows it down. There we go. Yeah, Polygon's high price. Yeah, people just aren't selling on Polygon. I know those are the people that are probably like dollar cost averaging the most for million token, but they don't have to worry about fees for trading. But I'm not sure I think the liquidity is much better now on Polygon though. Boy, I guess another thing I've noticed is we came down really strong here at this angle, bounced up high like a dead count bounce, and then came down hard. At least we're kind of going somewhat sideways compared to what we've coming down here. I was hoping this would kind of turn into a cup and handle, like a U shape, and then go up and break out of this box. But that's still a pretty steep angle. And I think there's just a lot of volatility now. I mean, look at this. Went all the way down and with strong buys and then coming right down again. That's just really weird. Nice downward trend and then this huge choppiness in action. I don't know if it's bots or, I mean, that's a 10% up and down trading pattern. If you buy the bottom and then a couple hours later make 10%, I mean, some people could just trade that, go back and forth. So that could be a bottom down here somewhere at just about $13. I think we're going to go down lower if Bitcoin starts, you know where I think we're going to go back down to that golden pocket, which is still a pretty big drop from where we are now. So it's good to see Bitcoin at 43,000. So yeah, if we go to that golden pocket, that's a 12% drop in a million Bitcoin. 12% drop from where we are now would take us down to like $11.64. Omic Contact says, let me pull up the chat. Omic Contact says, originally I was going to buy every dollar level, like 14, 15, 14, 13, etc. But I'm thinking of holding off at 14 and only buying next if I can fill a whole order below 13. Yep, that's a plan. Yeah. He also says I'm thinking of making him wait until 12. So here's the thing. So let's say, I'll tell you my situation. So I bought at $14. My last big buy. So where's $14? Okay, so here's $14. If I go down to $13, that's a minus 7.63%. Me, with alts, with volatility, I think I'd want to wait for at least a 10% or 20% drop from my last buy, right? I mean, I've been saying for months that you buy and you wait for a 50% drop. But now that we've been going sideways for so long, I might not do that. But I'm really watching Bitcoin more than the million token chart because, if we go down to these lower levels, I don't want to buy million token at $12 and we're only halfway to my target here. Let's say we're at $40,000, right? And million tokens at $12, and I think it's going to go even lower. Everybody's different, right? I already have a big bag. If I didn't have a big bag of million token, I'd scoop up every 10% dip. You don't have to do it per dollar. You can just also do it by percentage. Wait, if you bought it here at $14, you wait for 10% dip. It's somewhere around $12.60, something like that. And then if it drops another 10% from there, you go buy it at $11.37. Everybody's different. I don't know how much you have as far as your bags. I don't know, what your time horizon is. Everybody's different. I could just tell you my point of view. I already have a big bag. Otherwise, I'd be buying at these levels now. Okay. So you say you have a big bag. I could go in about 80% more to DCA. Yeah. And it also depends your portfolio, right? If you already have a huge percentage of million token as far as your portfolio, and your risk tolerance too, right? I could afford to buy more million token because I got a big bag of Bitcoin, so it's not going to hurt me. So everybody thinks differently. There's just so many factors. Yeah. Just too bad about this dip here. I would have expected that if Bitcoin had gone down to below 40, but not where it's now. Now it's at 43,000. And I'm concerned about, what I showed you on QQQ with the top here and the 70% increase, just like the .com bubble. We didn't bounce like I thought we would. Because when I bought million token at $14, we were at these low levels here in the stock market. And now we're going back and retesting those lows. Maybe we might have a double bottom here, but we didn't have a double bottom here, really, or here. So, but if this thing rolls over, I'm still not going to touch my crypto assets just because, I've prepared for this. I've got, a big bag of cash in my 401k just in case an emergency happens and, crypto goes crap. That, if it goes, what would happen if Bitcoin drops 80%? Let's say we have a huge correction, right? And Bitcoin goes down like 84%. That would take us to 12,000, or man, I just don't even see. I can't even fathom that. We got so many institutions buying now, and companies are buying it. Maybe, I find it hard to even go back down below 20,000. But if we broke 20,000, we went down lower, we would go down to that 12,000. Yeah, because we had right here resistance and resistance here, and resistance here. So yeah, we could go down to those levels. Actually, probably likely. It depends, like how bad is the recession going to be, right? That could be the next bottom if this doesn't make new highs. But we do kind of look like we're at the top already here. But I still think we're going to go up high. There's just too much good news. Now you can send Bitcoin through Twitter. I've got another Twitter account that you can do that with, and It's more of a Bitcoin friendly Twitter. I think they're kind of playing favorites because once you could only do it on your phone. If you click, edit your profile on your phone and turn tips on, if that's an option. Now I can only do that on my phone when I turn on my VPN and said I was out of the country. And then I had that option and I turned it on, and then I got the little tip me wallet so people could send me Bitcoin there. But I couldn't do it with this account using the same tricks. With my VPN on my phone. I'm wondering if it's because I know this is not a Bitcoin friendly page. That's the only thing I could think of. Unless I try to do it on my wife's phone, they might only give me one wallet per phone because they probably know my phone number. Although I find that kind of hard to believe. But I just thought it was weird. Why can I have a Bitcoin wallet for Twitter on one Twitter account, but not on this one? I thought that was weird. But there's so many things that are good coming down with Bitcoin. We got El Salvador is a big thing. Probably other countries are going to follow. So if Bitcoin adoption takes off, which it is, and if we have an ETF, which it wouldn't surprise me if we get one later this year. Yeah, if we get one later this year, then I think we're definitely going to go to at least to the top of this red line or break it. That's going to just be massive news. Like 2017, that's 18. Yeah, that's 17. The CBOE announced that they were going to do Bitcoin futures here. I think one reason why we had this giant move up was because some of the investors were just piling in, stocking up on Bitcoin because they knew they were going to dump it as soon as the CBOE launched. And that's what happened. The day they launched, Bitcoin went down. So they not only did they sell at a profit, but they were shorting it, making money also that way. So they're making money two ways. So hopefully that's all kind of even out with the leverage. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we have so much volatility in cryptos, because of all these leveraged markets. And nice steady growth here until CBOE and the Bitcoin's futures launched. And then the guy was saying, "Oh, we'll tame Bitcoin," and they kind of did, but only to a certain point. We came down and the 200 moving average on the weekly support, and where we're now, we would have to come down to 15,870. So that we may not even go down to these low levels. It just depends how bad. If we have a depression or something, maybe. Yeah, Tether will mint magic coins and keep BTC above water, says Filthy Peasant Gaming. Yep. Yeah. It's going to be so funny because, like, if let's say Tether's a problem in the future. Okay. So if it's a problem, what are you going to do with it? You're going to sell it for Bitcoin, probably. You're going to sell it for the most popular crypto there is. It would push Bitcoin's price up even more, I would think. I mean, if I held Tether and I found out I couldn't exchange it back for the cash value it is, I would buy Bitcoin with it, right? And then hopefully you can find an exchange that would give you US dollars for it. I don't even think Tether's an issue. I think it's a non-issue. People in China were trading it back and forth. They were just using it as a form of cash, more or less. Probably just to get it out of the country or for business transactions or something. They weren't really using it for trading crypto. I think they just wanted to protect their wealth because their own currency wasn't as good as the US dollar. And Tether is confiscatable though. They could lock up your funds. That's one thing I don't like about Tether. Probably, or any ERC20 token. If I had to get into some type of stable currency, I think DAI is probably the closest thing you can get, because that's like a calculated, stable coin. I mean, I'm sure the government eventually is going to crack down on stable coins and say you can only use our central digital bank currency, or CBDC. That might be, that's just crazy. But as long as, and they're going to control it, right? Even if it's in your own wallet, I'm sure there are going to be ways for them to lock it up or whatever. It's not going to be totally decentralized like Bitcoin. Okay, let's see now. That's 45 minutes. I don't know why I keep talking so much. Hopefully I'm saying some new stuff, but these are all important topics. So if you like this content, give me a like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll catch you until next time I do this live stream. Thanks.